It is the start of week 2 for Camp Nanowrimo. So it is Sunday, July 7th, and I finished a draft of my short story yesterday. So today was supposed to be a plotting date, and it's already 4 o'clock. And I've just been watching planner videos all day, and I just don't have like the stamina to do plotting, which luckily I do have like the first bit plotted out, so I think that'll be okay for writing tomorrow. But since I'm not writing today, I essentially am going to be behind, so I'm gonna have to do double amount of words tomorrow. And I think that'll be okay because what I'm trying to do is for the week is set it up where the front end of the week is hard and then it gets easier. So I'm doing that in all, I'd say, all categories. So exercise right now, my harder time is like Thursday, and I need to move that. I'm going to move that workout to Tuesday, so I'm going to swap running on Thursday to running on Tuesday and doing my legs in a short treadmill sprint or hills on Thursday because that's just, I don't know, mentally easier. So we're going to swap those, and hopefully that works for the week. So we'll see how that goes. But today's supposed to be plotting. I might plot a little bit later, but honestly, probably not. So we'll see how tomorrow goes, and I'll give you an update when it is Monday. Happy day 8 of Camp NaNoWriMo, July 2024. I am sitting at my computer. It is 5:42 in the morning, so I have my coffee and I got some oatmeal, so I'm going to eat that and kind of just go through the scene. This is the hook, the setup, part of my new story, and I think I have everything like visualized, but let me just review it from last night, and then I will get to dictation and see how many words I could get in this writing sprint. I just finished 11 minutes. I feel like, in the zone, so that was pretty great. So I am taking the transcription and going to put it in my AI that I use. So I use Claude 3.5 Sonnet, which allows punctuation, quotation marks, kind of puts it in a way that is easier to edit. When I go back, it cleans it up a little bit, which is nice. Like if there's a misspelling or something like that, it does a really, really great job and is helpful for getting the first draft done. There we have it, 770 words, which I feel like is probably the most I've done. So going here, last time we did 641, we got a 15-minute of 1,000, another 15-minute of well, that one was typing of 388, so we have 770. So we are looking at 4,200 words per hour. So doing pretty good. This one I feel like I was on point. I got up to the 5,000 one there, but not too shabby. And I feel like that is sometimes the hard part about writing in the morning is your body's still waking up, and so your brain isn't fully like on the target, and that is just how it is, and the more you do it, the better you'll get. So there are some days where I could only, get 250 words in my like 5-minute sprint, which isn't that good. But the more I do it, that 250 words will become 500 and then go up from there. So it also has to depend on how good like your microphone is for picking up your words. Same with the application you use to do the transcription. That all plays a factor as well. But I feel pretty good. I got the setup beat complete. And for these short stories, I am doing essentially a beat a chapter, give or take. Just because it makes it, I would say, a lot simpler, and I need to get a lot done in a small amount of time or space, right, in words. So that is kind of how I'm setting up these short stories. So it's very, I feel like, formulaic, but when you only have 10,000 words to complete a story, you kind of have to be very like structured, and just doing a beat per chapter just kind of made sense to me. And I am now moving on to the meet cute, which is now going to be in Dion's point of view. And I feel like I'm still trying to figure out if I'm wanting every other or just kind of see how it flows when it comes to switching perspectives. But this one, I normally do the meet cute, I guess, in the male's perspective. I don't know. Just to kind of see how he's thinking, feeling. But it is 6:06, so it's time check. I am going to review what I have here, and then after reviewing, I'm going to try to get one more sprint, and then I think I'll be done with my writing because I don't have anything written on my plot, so I need to get that written down. So let's do another sprint. Okay, what is your guess? Pause the video and make a guess of how many words you think I wrote in 11 minutes via dictation. And you're ready to figure it out? The grand total is...
The large tent was quickly filling up with people excited to go over the different wine offerings and having little tests to see if they could guess what division is of the wine, what style it is, and I was excited for that portion. The chandelier that hung from the tent slightly swayed as the breeze was coming in. I made my way to the front of the tent, and I smiled at the people. The woman that I bumped into made her way into the space. The wine stain was quite visible, but it wasn't the worst thing that could have happened. As there were a few more minutes before I would start the presentation, I decided to walk over and introduce myself properly to the woman. It's good to see you again. She laughed at this. Yes, this time you're actually seeing me. Touché. I'm Dion, I said, and set out my hand. I am, yes, sommelier. Lisa, I responded, and shook his head. There was a little tingle between as our hands touched. There was something familiar about Dion. There was something familiar about Lisa, but I couldn't put my finger on it. A woman came up to me and placed her hand on my shoulder. So, Dion, she said, well, I gotta get this thing started, but maybe later we could chat and I could pay for your dry cleaning bill. I smiled and headed into the front of the tent.
I wanted to show where I am on the NaNoWrimo. I am so close to hitting the target for today already, because I think I did so much on these days, so I'm basically got back on track from the weekend of writing, I guess, my 40,000 words for the month of July. So pretty excited about that. Yes, I am wearing a Christmas sweatshirt because it is Christmas in July, right? There's my short story that is Christmas themed right there, Peppermint Perjury. But the AC was on, so it got a little cold, but I am in my office right now, and I am going through the 10K readers by, I can't even think of what his name is. But anyway, so I'm taking his course. to kind of go over, right, how to build like the community and get readers to like read your books and stuff like that. But oh no, the lighting's changing. I have a Ninja Creami. It is the coolest thing. And I'm trying to make the protein ice cream. That's all the rage, like on TikTok and all that stuff. And do these people not have like taste buds or something? Because this stuff is like nasty, and all these recipes are like 5 stars, 5 stars, 5 stars. And I'm like, do they know what this tastes like? Because it's not very good. And this one is like super simple. All you're doing is taking a protein shake, adding pudding packet into it, and then adding mix-ins, which is supposed to be a cookies and cream, but using the Oreo thins because, right, it's less calories. However, the Oreos kind of just got like blended into it, so now it's kind of like a chocolate one. But for one, I think the protein shake doesn't taste very good. And two, it could be also the pudding doesn't taste very good. Since I did get the sugar-free one, because, right, less calories. But it's not very good. So I'll probably just have like a little bit, because I'm like, I want something sweet because I just had dinner, and I'm like, now I need something to like finish it, right? Dessert is a finisher. So I am struggling with this. I think I just need to like get into the kitchen and develop a good tasting protein ice cream that is less calories and stuff like that, which from previous job I did work at a stevia sweetener company, so I did dabble a little bit in working with ice cream that had no added sugar. And it is possible to make an okay, decent ice cream, but I think I need to formulate something, because I don't know, it's not very good. But anyways, so back to writing. That's why we're here, right? So I'm gonna be watching these videos. I'll probably do it maybe for like an hour, so I'll try to get through as many as I can, and then I need to plot out my scenes for tomorrow morning. So we are moving on to the, what is it? Stuff together beat. So my two main characters, Dion and Lisa, are going to have to work together. So yeah, okay. I think that's about all I was going to say. But I'll let you know if I do end up doing plotting. I'll pop on. And if not, then I'll see you in the morning. Hey guys, so it is the afternoon of July 9th, and it's Tuesday. So I was able to get out of work a little bit earlier than what I've been. So I am right now eating some Cheez-Its, because I was like, went and got gas before coming home. I was like, I need a little something to get me through my workout. But I have been diving into like finding the joy of planning. Because, right, it was mid-year, and with that, normally I always like to like refresh, get a new planner. And it has me thinking about my author planner. This is not a planner per se. This is just a plotting notebook. And I really like this setup that I've been doing versus what I did in my A5 for my cozy short stories. So this is my romance ones. And I'm liking how this is. It makes it really easy to draft. And just to kind of show, which I could totally do a like a more in-depth video of what is in here. with like a top-down view. But what I have is the setting, the character of this scene, so like the point of view, an initial situation. So where are you dropping the character in for that scene? What their internal conflict is. So what's happening deep inside them, what's going through their mind during the scene. The external conflict, right? What is happening in their surroundings, going over the story beats. So essentially the story beats are, this is where I think it gets really confusing, because this is called story beats, but it is like story beats, plot points, like they are different, but a lot of people use them interchangeably. So with that, this terminology is actually correct, because a beat is the smallest level of a story you could get. And that is where I feel like a lot of story structures, it like didn't make sense to me. But essentially it is what is happening in this scene, right? Getting down to the nitty-gritty. Additional elements. So this could be like, for example, the like fantasy, magical elements, or if you are writing a, you know, a non-romance, this, and if you're wanting to add a second like thread of romance, you could put information down there. Then we have sensory details. So use your, you know, your senses. What are you seeing? What are you smelling? What are you hearing? All of that. And then the ending hook. This, I think, is a game changer, because with a hook, it essentially brings them into story, and then as the ending hook, it brings them into the next part of the scene. So it leaves you like wanting more, right? So you're hooking them to keep going. So you could also think of it kind of like a cliffhanger, but it's not really a cliffhanger. But in that same fashion, you're like, oh, I got to know what happens. So basically in this scene, I'll just give an example, is that the guy, so Dion, just texted Lisa, the main female character, and just said, hey, you want to go to dinner? And then the hook for that ending part is she's hovering over, like, right, she has her phone, this phone case, but has it hovering, she's thinking about, right? And basically, whatever way she replies is going to change her life, whether she says yes or whether she says no. Basically, then you're like, oh, I hope she says yes. I want them to go to dinner, versus, oh, what if she says no? Then she's rejecting him. Will they actually get together? Will they fall in love? So that is kind of like what the ending hook is. And I really like this. And as you could see, I got lots of notes. It's in pink because this is the plot love line. I'm trying to do some color coding, and I don't know how I want to do it. So that's why I got some highlighter happening too. If I want to write them in the sections or just write it all in black and then highlight, I haven't figured that part out, but just kind of give you a little update on that. And it's Tuesday, so it's day 2 of this week for Camp Nano. I need to finish on Saturday, and I know I got some things happening, like I'm doing something tomorrow after work, which is fine because I've been writing in the morning. And same with Friday, I'm doing something after work, but I write in the morning. So basically, right, Saturday's gonna be my catch up again, and we'll see how it goes. But I'm really liking this story a lot better than the last one. As I mentioned, I think in my last vlog, so it's coming along, getting close to the midpoint. So I have my deepening desire section, and then we'll get to the midpoint. So by tomorrow, I'll be at the midpoint. So then we'll have Thursday, Friday, and then finish up on Saturday. So yay, making progress. Good morning, everyone. It is Wednesday, July 10th. I am signing onto the computer. I already dressed, got ready for the day. So I kind of switching up my um morning routine. And I have my headphones in because I didn't realize you had to manually switch if you're like videoing to the headset. And I was like, oh, maybe let me try out to see if that actually makes the difference on the audio. So I did a little test of just what the phone audio, what the Pixel Buds is like, and then as well as like my um, over mic. And this one I would say is the loudest, which I think is what I need when it comes to like the gimbal that the phone's on. Because when I'm like if outside or whatnot, moving around, if I'm from a farther distance, you'd still be able to pick up my voice a little bit better. So that's that. And I don't know why my computer is not turning on right now. It is, oh, I forgot I turned it off yesterday because it needed to update. So we're turning that bad boy on. I got my coffee today and ate breakfast. So now it's time to get writing. So yesterday in the afternoon I did not write, but instead I um was working on an ad. So I'm learning about Amazon ads, and it was it was pretty insightful. So um I did that, and so I set up some ads. So we'll see how they go. I just set them up for the Black Licorice Larceny, so the first in my seasonal suite, which is right there. Um, and yeah, so I'm excited to see that progress. And the reason why I did that one is because in a few weeks, this one, the Christmas one, is going to be free. So I'm trying to like, right, stagger it so people will start seeing this one, hopefully as they're like searching stuff. And then hopefully then the peppermint perjury pops up, be like, hey, it's free this today. Let me try it. And so because, right, you got to show something to someone like multiple times before they could be like, yeah, I actually do want to buy this. So it's just kind of like, what is it called? Like the psychology of like buying and stuff like that. But it is writing time 6:12, so it's definitely after my normal writing. Getting out my handy dandy book and going to go from there. So, Finding Uncorking Love. We are on the Deepening Desire. So I don't have anything written, so I need to go and do that and then work on this scene. So, time to get down to business. Can I just say that I spoke for 18 minutes? I don't think I've ever done dictation for that long. I was in the zone for this scene. And there we have it. For 18 minutes, I wrote 1,254. So let's see what my Camp Nano looks like. Here we have is our Camp Nano. So I'm going to update, and I did 1,254. And I'm just going to leave the time because it really doesn't matter. And we are at the office, and by computer is what I say for when I'm doing dictation. I'm feeling pretty good. I liked how the end of the hook was. And now we're at 13. Look at that. So today is supposed to be 12,903, and I am at 13,169. So I am slightly above what the target is for doing 40,000 words in the month of July, which would be roughly my 4 short stories. And then for my actual word count for this particular story, I didn't actually, it looks like it was a lot, but um, I only was doing 4,180 for the words per hour, which in comparison to some of these other ones like that 5,000, I mean, it's still on track, but it is what it is. So I am sitting at 5,276 for this short story, which being at that 5,000 mark makes sense because I am just getting ready to hit the midpoint of Love Beat. So it works out. So then I got my 5,000 words up front and then 5,000 words, hopefully, fingers crossed, on the back end. Um, but I feel like always the beginning of the story kind of takes a little bit longer to kind of wrap up. But yes, so excited about getting the story done and then on to the next one. So it is Wednesday. I don't think I'll have any more time to write today, but at least I got 1,200 words, and then tomorrow I'll have to kind of pick it up, and same with Friday. And then Saturday, finish the story, which I am like, dang. I feel like being like setting the uh, I guess deadline of writing a story a week, it puts a lot of pressure. And it also makes me like super excited because I'm like, ooh, then that means I could start a new story, right? So I need to start thinking about that, which that's what Sunday is all about. Sunday is all about like the plotting and stuff, which I did not do last Sunday. So that's why it took me about like 15 minutes to plot out that scene, which is kind of a bummer because it's just wasting my time when I could be writing for those 15 minutes. Um, but it is what it is. So hopefully this coming week I will do better than this one. Because I would say I did not prepare like very well for this week because I was planning on taking a work trip, but that's no longer happening. And so everything kind of got like skewed. Like I didn't even really go grocery shopping, plan anything because I was like, oh, well, I'm not gonna really be here this coming weekend. But now I am, so I need to kick it up a notch. But making progress on my story, so excited. Hey guys, so I just finished working out and gonna get ready, but it is 5:55 on Thursday, July 11th. It's 7-Eleven, so if there's one by you, hopefully you guys got your free Slurpee. There sadly is no 7-Eleven around me, so couldn't do that. But we did get popsicles at work, so that was kind of nice. But what I did not do any writing this morning. I was just not really feeling it. I was kind of out. I really didn't want to work out, but I was like, hey, let's just do, 25, 30 minutes, be done. And I just did legs and abs and not did my normal legs with some sprinting on the treadmill, just trying to keep it simple. So I didn't have to like worry about it too much. So it's fairly easy. But I need to do some writing, so I got to do my midpoint. And I have before 8:30, I need to read one more chapter for the book club book, which is Beach Read by Emily Henry. So we're reading that. So I need to get on with that. But just want to do kind of like a little update since I didn't do anything this morning. And let's get on with writing some words. I am back. So I went and showered and did all that. I took out the trash as well because I needed to do that because tomorrow's trash day in the morning. And now I am sitting at my computer and time to read. So here's the midpoint. I have um the first three sections, so like the character initial situation, and the setting, the internal conflict and the external conflict all listed out. So now I just need to list out what the story beats, additional elements, any sensory details, and the ending hook. So I'm gonna go do that. It is 6:20, so that'll probably take me 10 minutes or so. and then it'll be 6:30, and then hopefully I could write for about 30 minutes, and then I need to get on this. So I need to get to chapter 14. I'm on chapter 12, and chapter 13 I already looked is one page, so which is really weird. But so I need to do that. So I figured that'll give me like an hour and a half to read that chapter, which should be plenty, but I don't know. Looks a little bit long. So I got 30 minutes to write this uh scenes. It's most likely going to be like two scenes. Um, but the beat of the midpoint. I just finished the sprint and I got 898 words, which is awesome. And I'm super excited to share that my graph, let me flip you around. I am looking to be on track. I am just like the last few days bordering the straight line. So I am making great progress. That is my line in the dark blue. And it says at this rate, you'll be done by July 31st. Yes, it was like, I think either August or something like early on. And now I will be able to finish according to this. So what this means is that if I continue writing the way I am, I should be able to finish all four of the stories in terms of word count. It might not be in terms of, I don't know what's the right word, like of the actual story, but I wrote the first scene of the midpoint, and then I have another scene before I move on to the Inkling of Doubt beat. So that is exciting. I'm gonna take a little break, and then continue writing. We got about 10 minutes or so before it's 7, so I'm gonna have to definitely go over, but I think it'll be all right. Friday. So it is 7:17 on Friday, July 12th. Today is a work from home day. So that's why I still have like my I just washed my face and stuff. And so that's why I'm kind of slow. I'm gonna go get breakfast. I had my morning coffee while I was watching Sarah Cannon's from Heart Breathing's her mid-year planner lineup, and it was like an hour and a half. So I woke up, at my normal 5 a.m. time, and then I just watched that. I watered the plants, took tucks out, so that's good. Washed my face because I did actually a face mask. So I was kind of treating myself. So that's something I think I want to kind of implement. I know it's not writing related, but it's life related. Is doing face mask Friday, and then like maybe Monday be Mask Monday for my hair. I don't know if I will stick to that or not, but I thought that would be kind of cute, play on words. I got my water here. So I'm also doing something new, is trying to do a new water bottle every day because I get bored. And I think that also relates to my writing is I don't like to stick to things for long term, hence why having different planners, switching out the planner covers, different notebooks, because I get bored. So I need to figure out how to push through the boredom. I don't know if boredom's the right term, but like the not exciting like passes. And so that's what I'm trying to with the water, because I have so many water. I love always water bottles and stuff like that. So every day it gets a new one. I set it up. For the week, I just fill up the water bottles, put them in the fridge so they're nice and cold, and then I just pull them out the morning slash I bring it down for the night. So then I'm like instantly my water's there. I could drink it and then come upstairs and get ready, and then I'm starting from like the same one, I guess. But anyways, we are going to And I'm doing the earbud again, trying to get the volume better. I might want to get like a lav mic, but we will see. I'm using what I have, right? I'm trying not to spend money on like things I'm like, am I actually going to use it? I don't know. But we're going into the kitchen. In the kitchen, and I guess the benefit of having my earbuds is I could be a little farther away and you should still be able to hear me like fine because right, it's like right on my face. But I think I said this last time I wore this shirt. I I just love it. Pug color chart. So I had I would say somewhere in between a rare and a medium rare pug, Ginger. So she was my ginger one. I believe her color was like classified as, I think, apricot because she had a reddish tint to her. So she wasn't like the pure, I guess not white, but like the very, very fawn. She was classified as a fawn, but her, I think, color was like on the April. And she actually was a papered dog. So she was what was it? It wasn't the AKC, but one of the other organizations. So she was a purebred, got her papers and stuff like that. When I was younger, I got her when I was, I think, like 12. So I wanted a pug. Finally got one. She was like so cute. She was the cutest thing. And I thought that we are gonna like, show her, breed her, all that stuff. But then after a few years, I was just like, that's not gonna happen, right? But I really wanted to. Um, so I'm like, really, I didn't really need to have a pug with papers, but it was a nice thing to have. And then I would say when she was 10 is when I got Tux. He is my well done to the max. He is a black pug. And him I got at a shelter, and oh man, he was definitely living on the streets for a while. He had like a tapeworm. Um, that I didn't know about. And then I was talking to a coworker and she was like, yeah, her dog kind of had the same thing. So I was like, oh man. And that's why he was so skinny and he kept on staying skinny for a really long time was because obviously the parasite was taking his fuel. So he like you could see his ribs and stuff like that. But now he's a plump boy. He is my prince. But yeah, so he's well done. So I just love this shirt because I was like, oh, I got the two. But yes, I am a pug person. I really adore the breed. Some people are like, oh, how can you? Because they have so many like issues with breathing and stuff like that. But I've been lucky enough that I hadn't need to do any surgery with them to opening their nasal um but yes, so they are cute. They're I just love their squish face. They're just so adorable. But yes, so I really where I was going with this, I love this shirt. It just makes me happy. I got it from my brother and sister-in-law for from Christmas. So we are on to breakfast. So I am going with a Quaker oatmeal packet. This is the apple cinnamon. It is my favorite. I've tried the knockoff brands, right? So the private label store bought. I don't know. Quaker just knows how to do oatmeal. There's just something about the like store brands. They're just not the same. But I do follow the fill line. If you didn't know, you could use those packets for your water instead of getting out. So I'm like, that's smart that they finally did that. I don't know, a few years ago or whatnot. But so I need to go grocery shopping. Today is Friday. Today is grocery shopping day. I get my 4 times Baker's Points Kroger. Um, I pop it in for 1 minute. It does its cooking, but I need to get like fruit and just like other grocery stuff. But tomatoes! Oh no, I just dropped one. That's not good. It just rolled under the fridge. So I need to get like a broom handle to get that. I will do that in a second, but garden has finally produced a group of cherry tomatoes. And what we did is collected from like the strawberries, and they're like perfect to kind of collect your produce when you're picking it from the garden. Okay, I need to go get that cherry tomato. Tux is like over by the freezer. He's like, he wants it. Yikes. The tomato. Yay. Um, Oatmeal is done. I don't know if I want to close. I think I'm going to leave the windows open for just a little bit longer. It's still fairly cool out, and I could tell that there's a breeze. The plant by the front windows blowing. But okay, so I have 30 minutes before I need to hop on to work. We do half days during the summer, so that's really, really nice. Because then I just go grocery shopping after that. So I need to meal plan. And I've been trying to meal plan on Thursdays, and it just has not been working. So I got to go do that. I'm going to look up some recipes, I think online, get out my meal planner, and go from there. It turns out that I finished this. It's an Erin Condren Petite. It's the meal planner one. I got it, I think I think I got it as like a gift in a buy-sell trade or something like that. But it has the back part, which is all about like dinner parties and stuff, which I'm not going to use. So I am done with this. Finally, I get to recycle trash this, which I don't know. I might rip it up and put it in my compost because I don't think there's any stickers. Oh, there's one page that does have some washi tape, but I could peel that right off. Cool. So I might do that with a few of the pages, just rip it up and use it for compost. So this is my meal planner. And you might be like, okay, Courtney, why are we talking about meal planners? This is a NaNoWriMo vlog. Well, that's the key word. It's a vlog. So we are going through day in the life of part-time author during Camp Nano. Okay, so I think I'm going to pull some recipes from this. This is Taste of Home 201 Recipes You'll Make Forever. I think this one has my like favorite, what was it called? Like it's kind of like a hot pocket thing, but we're not doing soups, main courses. So I'm just going to go through, look at some recipes, figure out what I kind of want to make for the week, and then I will put them here, shopping list, then take the shopping list, add it to my digital shopping list after I go through what I have in the kitchen. So basically, I just go ahead and write everything that's on here, and then I'll cross it off if I have it in the house. So that is my plan, so I could get ready for when I go grocery shopping later today. So it is Saturday, the 13th at 6 p.m. I did not want to write at all today, but then I told myself, hey, before I can watch TV, I have to do some walking on the treadmill and do writing at the same time, just because writing and or dictation and walking kind of go hand in hand a little bit, right? You walk and talk. So I did that for 10 minutes and I felt so much better. I'm so glad I got some words, and this was the breakup scene. And then afterwards, I was like, hey, I'm feeling pretty good. I could continue, but I'm not going to push myself because I know I'm just not in the right mindset. And if you are ever in that situation, just write for 5 minutes and just call it a day, just to build the habit of writing every day. But if it's just a few words, it's just a few words, and you'll feel so much better and not feel guilty, because I was feeling so guilty about not writing today, and I did it, and I feel so much better. So that's my little tip for the day, is just write for a few minutes to get something down on the paper. And with that, tomorrow is going to be a crunch day because I really have to focus. I need to finish this story up. I have, 4 more beats to do, 4 more chapters, and then this story will be done. It is Sunday the 14th, so week 2 of Camp Nano is complete, and I have a few more hours before I can be officially done with the second short story that I've been working on for camp. So I'm watching TV while having lunch for inspiration. I'm watching Percy Jackson and the Olympians, the Disney Plus TV show, and I'm just kind of prepping my brain for all things mythical, and then it'll be time to write, and I just need to crank out, I think, 3 more scenes and then be done. I just finished the All Is Lost section, and now I'm moving on to the Lovers Reunite, and I definitely need a little pick-me-up because I'm just kind of slowly making my way. I feel like either at the end of the story, always I get like super excited and I just like go, go, go. And then other times I'm just like, okay, I'm ready to be done with this story. And that's kind of how I'm feeling right now. So I am not quite sure if what I have in mind for the ending is going to work, but at least I could get like a rough draft. That'd be awesome. So I have to do this, then the grand gesture, and then the happily ever after, and then I am done. So close. It's getting close to 3 o'clock. It is 2:43. So I grabbed my the Celsius Peach Vibe as a little pick-me-up, and then a little munchies, right? So I got some popcorn because it's something to do while I'm like processing. So that's what I'm doing. And then I'm pulling up YouTube, which it's spinning right now on my little Chromebook, to have my ambiance to get in the mood for the last bit of the story. So yes, I am a day behind. I was supposed to finish yesterday. I did not, but I'm going to finish today because then Monday I have to start the next story, and we are talking about Poseidon. So that's going to be, I feel like, an exciting one. It's going to be a forced proximity. So I really like those, and obviously since it's with Poseidon, it is going to be on the water. So there's 2 ways I could go about. It could be they make it to an island, right? Or they're stuck on his yacht. And that's the way I'm thinking of it being, because, right, that's an even tighter. But then you don't have like the whole survival aspect, which I feel like would be interesting. But maybe I could put both in. I don't know, right? These are short stories, so it's like I'm trying to jam as much as I can in them, so the readers don't feel like they're missing something, but at the same time I can't put that many words in, so we'll see how it goes. I haven't plotted that, so I need to do that as well today. But yes, okay, it's go time. Gotta finish the story. I finished. I am done with this story. It is 4:30. I feel good. I'm done. So grand total for word count is 11,803. So the last few scenes I did have to type instead of doing dictation. So they're a lot sloppier, but I got them down. So I feel good. I accomplished my second story for Camp Nano, and now on to the next. So I need to go in here and start plotting the next one. This is Poseidon's story, so should be interesting. Okay, and I think that's going to be a wrap for this vlog. And I hope you guys are enjoying, and let me know if you're participating in Camp Nano, how you're doing on your word count, because I'd love to know what your story's about. Till next time, bye!